welcome to another video, Electronic Torture, How to Survive It, Part 12. As I said in my last videos and as I showed pictures of Hollywood movies, there's a certain point in your back of the brain that is used for attacks. It is because this is a place where the small brain is, the reptilian brain. It is the center of your nervous system, so this is the reason why they use this point for attacking you. And as I showed already, there are two Hollywood films in which this point is showed or mentioned. First movie, The Matrix. This is a point in the back of the brain. They use it in this film to load a software for the people that they think they have a normal life, but in fact they living in small basins, and they are used for collecting energy. They're using the machines, they reign the world, and they're using mankind, human bodies, to produce energy. And they the machines, they bring in this electrode in the back of the brain, and they give them wrong consciousness, wrong minds, that they feel relaxed, they live a normal life, but in fact from the beginning till the end of life they sucking out the energy of human bodies. So this is the first movie they show this special place. And another movie is Prometheus. It's an alien film. Here you see one of these species, Prometheus, and right here in the back of the brain there's this point, and they're coming particles in form of a wave. This is very realistic because this is how they attacking us with small particles, nano-sized or quantum size, I don't know exactly, but I know that it is possible to send with a scalar wave particles right to this point in the back of the brain. This is another picture, a little bit bigger. Here you see right this point. It is no coincidence that in two Hollywood movies the same point is shown. That has a meaning. This is quite clear for me. And well, I found another method to protect this point, it is with glass fiber. I show you again, this is a tissue of glass fiber. In Germany you can buy it in a special market for building and construction. We call it building house, Bauhaus. I don't know if you have it in your country, maybe in Walmart. Well, this is normally used for repairing cars. If a car has a damage, so you fill in this tissue and then you put on some glue. But if you take this glass fiber tissue and you build something of it that protects this point. Well, I have a baggage. It's cotton. It's cotton. I went to a dressmaker I think I showed already in other videos, and yes, normally or in the past I used it for protecting my throat because there were many attacks on my throat. Now I don't need it so much anymore because I have put out all this stuff, Morgellons, magnetic particles in my bodies, heavy metals, this candidus, mushrooms and so on. I already explained in my other videos, so I don't have so much pain anymore. And well, it was just laying in my apartment and I thought, well, maybe you can use it if you don't need it for your throat anymore. So maybe you can use it for your head. And this was a large, I'm sorry, the word is success. Sorry. It was a great success because if you put this glass fiber, you know, I made it. It don't looks very nice. It is a little bit old, but it doesn't matter. It is if it is thick enough and it is closed, so it does a good job for protecting you. So you put it here in this bag, and if you have it here in, you lay it here on this critical point, and so you put it here, and then you go around, and you fix it here. So you need another tissue because it strangles a little bit if you don't have. You have to put something under it, otherwise you feel a little bit pain here, and pressure and pain is no good because these machines can read these signals of pain and pressure, and so if you feel something, then the machine can read it, the signal, and they can use it for another attacks. So avoid pressure and pain. You put better some tissue under it, and here the same. Avoid pressure here. You fix it here like this. You go into your bathroom in front of your mirror, and then you fix it like this. And again, avoid pressure and pain. It just has to lay and a little bit fixing, and you know that this glass fiber is very flexible, and it can take any form of your back brain or your skull, and this is much better than this. In the past I tried to protect with this, and this copper foil always has some points where scalar wave can go under. If you put this on this place, on this point, you know, a scalar wave comes from this machine in direction of this point in a direct way, but if it arrives here, it can also go under piece of metal, and so this is not as good as this glass fiber. Well, you can combine it with leather. This is a kind of leather. So this leather is very good. It must be from a animal, because this animal skin is nearly familiar to your skin, or it is better than plastic or something from oil produced, or polymer or plastic or whatever. It must be from a living, from an animal. Now it's not living anymore. Sorry, it's a dead animal skin, and so you can build yourself something like this. These are expanders, and so you put this also over it, like this. Well, if you combine this glass fiber and this application of leather, animal leather, this is very good. So for at home, if you are in your apartment, this is very good protection. It gives you peace in your head, so you can concentrate better. You don't have to be afraid of heart attacks. You have to combine this also with bone soup. I already said in another video. You have to rebuild your nervous system. Bone soup is the best. Don't use pork. Use beef, cow or sheep bones. Make a soup. I showed it in another video. Well, you have to combine shielding and construction or recovering of your nervous system. Another point what helped me was to put iodide on it, and it helped. So I think that they built a magnetic pool of barium and strontium, and this magnetic pool is nearly similar to this point in this matrix film. I already said they don't need electrode. If they send you a scalar wave to this magnetic pole, and a scalar wave is magnetic, it is addicted to magnetic metals, barium, strontium. They are magnetic, so if they build up a point here of barium and strontium, the scalar wave find the way from the machine, from the device. This is the first pole, and you are the second pole, the other pole. Plus or minus, I don't know, but you can be sure that you have this magnetic pole of barium and strontium here on the back of your brain. You can't see it, it is under your skin. You can't see it like in the movie. It is hidden under your skin, and you can crack or you can destroy this pole with iodide, but meanwhile, in the same moment you do this, make sure to bind these heavy metals with this, I'm sorry, I can't say it in English. It is, I said it in another video. There are methods to bind heavy metals, like this special acid, alpha lipoic acid, for example. And there's also a natural product. It's from a plant well, I said it in the last video. I don't know it now, I'm sorry. But if you destroy this magnetic pole with iodide solution, Lugol solution, you have to bind these metals, otherwise you feel sick or you get sick. This is what I experienced, and also what is also helpful is this tea tree oil. I put some drops on it here and it helped. So this is why I think they not only sending metals on this point, they can also send bacteria. There's a special bacteria that eating nervous cells. It's a special bacterium, and they can put it on plastic, on polymer, make a very small size, nano size, and then they can send it with a scalar wave, and it can come here under your skin, and then if this bacteria grows, it's eating your nerve, it goes into your brain, I guess. Well, there was an interview with Barry Trower and Deborah Tavares. I also load up in my channel. I advise you to see this. There are special viruses that carry things into your brain, and I don't know if they send it with a scalar wave. Sometimes I inhale it also. In my apartment there are special gases, and every time I inhale it, it goes into my lung, and then I get a pain right here on this area, on this point. So you can inhale this bacteria, but I think they can also send it. Well, this is all for this video. I just made it to show you how helpful this glass fiber can be right here on this point, and you have somehow to build you a device. You go to a dressmaker. If you are very skillful, you can do it by your own. Well, I can't do it by my own. I went to a dressmaker, to a woman here in Frankfurt, in Germany, and there are a lot of small dressmaker shops. They do a good work. This women, they come from Turkey, from Italy. German don't do this anymore because it's not don't bring enough money, I think. So this is very helpful if you live in a town where you have some dressmaker shops. So I think that was all for this video. Good luck.